There are a lot of proposals out there about how to essentially embed states' rights, essentially remove cannabis from being the sole purview of the federal government and creating a more in-depth 10th Amendment issue around it. That's the nerdy way of saying just let states do what they want to do. The challenge of not having federal legalization, whether it's for medical or recreational, is that interstate commerce is still something that will fall under the purview of the federal government. And so you could write into a law that if you are a registered patient in Maryland, let's say, and you want to bring product with you when you go to, let's say, watch the Vegas Golden Knights play hockey in Nevada tomorrow night. Go Knights, go. No shame, no shame. Got my pin. That you would be able to do that. That you would have the freedom, that you would have some sort of indication to show to TSA that, yeah, I'm a patient going from one legal state to another, this is okay. I haven't seen legislation that has been great on the interstate issue. I have seen legislation that's been great that essentially says if you are a legal patient in a legal state, the federal government can't do anything to you as long as you're abiding by state laws. But that is only half the battle. It doesn't deal with Jen's choices over college. It doesn't deal with a veteran's access at the VA, which for most veterans is their primary point of healthcare delivery. It's not dealing with what happens if not only you want to go on vacation, but we said at the beginning, Rabbi Jeffrey Kahn, the owner of Tacoma Wellness Center, had a death in his family, and he had to leave the state. If he has a medical marijuana user in his family who is traveling out of state for a funeral in a pinch, who depends on this, people don't appreciate that you're facing the choice. Do I go to a loved one's funeral, or do I stay home with the medication that is keeping me alive or helping reduce my symptoms? The federal legislation I've seen hasn't dealt with that appropriately, unfortunately. But the more stories that are told, I think members of Congress are waking up to the realities that this is much more complex than a hands-off states' rights issue, that a federal solution is absolutely necessary.